What if the one thing costing you the most money in your business is something everyone told you was normal? Today, I'm going to show you why one of the most common business practices, sending invoices, might be quietly sabotaging your cash flow, your confidence, and your ability to grow your business. Whether you run an architecture firm, a design studio, or a home services company, this one hits close to home. Because in these industries especially, cash flow timing isn't just a detail, it's survival. I will survive! And trust me, I learned this the hard way. Back in my early days, I followed the normal rule book. Finish the work first and then send the invoice. Sounds professional, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Except I was constantly chasing payments that were 30, 60, and 90 days late.
Oh man!
Clients would disappear. Projects would wrap and the payments didn't. And by the time I realized what was happening, well, I'd lost tens of thousands of dollars.
Where exactly did your money go?
Not because the work wasn't good, but because there are always going to be people out there who are happy to take your work for free and run with it.
This is the worst.
So if that sounds familiar, well, you're not alone. And it's not really even your fault. But once you understand what's really happening behind the scenes of that invoice cycle, well, you'll never go back. Welcome back to another episode of The Financially Savvy CEO. Well, hey there. I'm Kimberly Ferguson, CEO and founder of The Emerald Edge. At The Emerald Corner, we talk about money, mindset, and the systems that help you scale with confidence. Around here, we believe that financial clarity isn't just smart business. It's your most powerful strategy for financial freedom, time freedom, and just general life freedom.
Freedom.
So let's start with this. Invoicing feels normal because everyone does it. You finish the job, you send an invoice, and then you wait. But that wait, that's where your business quietly starts bleeding.
Why don't I just flush my money down the toilet?
When you invoice after the work is completed, you're virtually extending credit without interest. You're taking on all the risk, shouldering all the responsibility, and hoping that your client is someone who actually pays when they feel like it.
I don't know if I can trust you.
That's not strategy. That's a gamble. And for home services, well, that gamble has ripple effects. Payroll gets stressful. Growth gets delayed. Profit feels unpredictable. You can't plan confidently when you don't know when or even if the money is going to land in your account.
What? When, where, and why?
The reality is the moment you finish a project and send an invoice, the leverage shifts. You've already delivered the value, but you're still waiting to be paid for it. That's not good business. That's backwards business.
That's not normal, is it?
So to start, let's talk about why this happens. Let's be honest. Most business owners didn't choose the invoice way. They inherited it. Somewhere along the line, someone said, finish the job first and then bill. And it just stuck. It feels professional. It feels polite. It feels safe. But that safety is an illusion.
An illusion!
What's really happening is that your clients are enjoying the services before they've paid for them. You've turned yourself into a bank, loaning out your expertise and resources interest-free. And because it's always been the norm, well, most firms never question it. There's always the emotional side of it. Many business owners, especially those in creative and service-based industries like design, architecture, and home services, don't really love asking for money up front. They want to lead with trust, not tension. But the reality of it is structure builds trust. Systems protect relationships. When you confidently set clear payment terms before work begins, it doesn't repel great clients. It attracts them. The ones who value your work will respect it. And the ones who don't, well, they were never really your ideal clients to begin with.
Oh, I get it.
Next, let's think about the financial fallout. So let's talk about what this delay actually costs you. When you send invoices after delivery, you're creating a 30, 60, or even 90-day gap between doing the work and receiving the cash. So that means that you're floating payroll, materials, and expenses with your money. You're funding your client's project instead of funding your own growth.
Yikes.
So here's what that looks like in real life. Your cash flow gets squeezed. Your ability to plan for growth, like hiring or investing in better tools, disappears. And your stress, well, that skyrockets because you're constantly chasing what you've already earned.
This is stressful.
Think about it this way. If you complete $100,000 in work, but only half of your clients pay you right away, and the other half takes 60 days to pay, well, that's $50,000 that you've earned, but you can't use. That's not just waiting for a payment. That's a $50,000 interest-free loan that you just gave away. And if that wasn't enough, well, let's talk about the follow-up fatigue.
Call me back.
Every reminder email, every just circling back message, every awkward payment nudge eats at your time, your energy, and your authority. You didn't start your business to become a collections department.
Pay me what you want it.
But that's exactly what happens when your systems rely on after-the-fact invoicing. Over time, that fatigue compounds. It leads to resentment, to burnout, and a subtle loss of professionalism. Because no matter how polite you are, chasing money you've already earned is exhausting.
Yeah, well, sorry. Doesn't pay the bill.
You may be thinking now, well, how can I fix this problem without scaring away my clients? Well, if you've been sending invoices after the work is done, don't panic. There is a smart way forward. The goal isn't to change what you charge, it's to change when you collect. Because when money flows in before or during delivery, your cash flow stabilizes, your stress drops, and your business becomes instantly more scalable.
But how?
So let's break down a few ways to make that shift confidently. First and foremost, the simplest and the strongest option require full payment upfront. It works far better than most people think. When clients pay in full before the work begins, it sets clear expectations, eliminates awkward follow-ups, and creates instant trust. You're reserving time, expertise, and resources, not just delivering a product. And in industries where time is money, upfront payment keeps projects focused and timelines tight.
Pay up or shut up.
So the second option is require a deposit before work begins. If full payment feels like too big of a jump, let's start with a 30% or 50% deposit. It still builds commitment and filters out clients who might otherwise drag their feet when invoices are due.
It's time to pay the piper.
Architects, designers, and home service pros who use deposits regularly go back because suddenly the wait till you get paid anxiety disappears.
Poof. Deleted. All gone.
And then number 3, use milestone and progress payments. I usually use these hand in hand with the deposits, but for longer projects, invoice by milestones instead of after completion. So break payments up into clear phases. So we have planning, which is what your deposit covers, design, execution, and then completion. So this keeps your client engaged, your team funded, and your cash flow predictable.
It makes much more sense.
Now, if you're thinking, Kimberly, this sounds great, but my clients aren't used to paying up front. Don't worry, there's a bridge version. Start small.
Baby steps.
Add a deposit policy for new clients first. Experiment with partial prepayments, maybe 25% upfront, 25% halfway through. Add payment checkpoints tied to deliverables. And communicate the shift confidently.
What you really need is some confidence.
To keep projects running smoothly and on schedule, we've updated our billing process to align payments with project milestones. This helps ensure our team can dedicate full focus and resources to your project.
Write that down.
That's not salesy. That's leadership. You're not changing the rules, you're improving the partnership. The truth is, your clients want you to stay in business. They want reliability and stability. And when your cash flow improves, you deliver your best work. Everybody wins.
Scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Now, once you've updated when you get paid, now it's time to elevate how you manage it. These best practices make your payment process smoother, more professional, and far less stressful. So number one, automate the follow-up. Stop manually chasing payments. Use billing software that sends friendly, branded reminders and instant payment links. It keeps the process efficient, professional, and completely free of emotion.
Wait, it's still happening without me?
Number two is make sure that you're anchoring to value and not hours. So don't apologize for your pricing or timing. Position it as a benefit. Try this. Your deposit reserves our team's full attention and guarantees your project timeline. You're not demanding payment. You're providing certainty.
I want you to study it and memorize it.
And number three, make it easy to pay. Reduce friction wherever possible. Offer multiple payment methods like ACH, card, or digital wallet. And the faster your clients can click, the faster you can get paid. Or, even better, collect a payment method on signing and share exactly when they'll be charged. So there's no follow-up, no process on their end whatsoever. Just set it and forget it. The smoother you make it, the fewer excuses exist.
Paid in full. Great.
So let's talk about what happens when you change the rules. Let me paint a picture for you. A small design firm with a brilliant team was constantly struggling to make payroll on time, even though they were fully booked months in advance. On paper, they looked like a success story, but in reality, their invoicing cycle was strangling their cash flow. They'd complete beautiful, high-value projects, send the invoice, and then wait 30, 45, 60 days before the money actually arrived. Every week turned into a juggling act of, well, who can we actually pay today? And which supplier can wait until next week? Now imagine if they flipped the system. Instead of waiting until the end, they introduced a 50% deposit up front and then milestone payments tied to deliveries. Instead of manually chasing invoices, they automated their follow-ups and reframed payment terms, not as a demand, but as a mutual commitment to keeping the project on track.
That could have changed your life.
Within 90 days, everything shifts. Cash flow evens out, no more late night payroll stress. The owner, who probably hadn't paid herself in months, finally gets consistent income. And the clients? Well, they don't really push back. Most say, this actually makes sense.
This is a win-win situation. Win-win.
Because in the end, clients value clarity and structure far more than flexibility that creates chaos and ambiguity. When you lead with confidence, they follow your lead.
Okay, fine. Perfect.
Here's the thing that most business owners don't realize. Consistent cash flow isn't luck. It's leadership. Every time you send work out before money comes in, you're essentially financing your client's project for them. But when you flip that equation, when you get paid first, well, you are reclaiming your power, your profit, and your peace of mind.
I can't wait to see how that turns out.
And if the idea of changing your billing model feels uncomfortable, well, that's okay. Growth usually does. But here's the thing. When you operate from a place of clarity and confidence, your clients feel it. You're not just building a better billing process. You're building a stronger business foundation that funds your freedom. Because real success isn't measured by how many invoices you send. It's measured by how much financial stability you keep.
You're right.
And at this point in your business, you've earned some predictable profits.
Hello and profitable.
So if you're an architect, design firm, or home service business who is ready to stop playing cash flow roulette and start running your business like a true CEO, let's get strategic together. At the Emerald Edge, our CFO advisory team helps CEOs and founders like you identify where money is leaking out of your business where opportunity is hiding, and how to build systems that let your cash flow support your growth, not strangle it. Meet with one of our advisors at no cost to you to uncover how much more you could be keeping in your business each month without working harder. Yes, really. That link's below. Click it. This has been another episode of The Financially Savvy CEO, where spreadsheets pack more punch than your double espresso, and every decision builds not just a business, but a legacy. Stay sharp, stay strategic, and I'll see you in my next video.